My name is Galileo.
I was born in Pisa, Italy, February 15th, 1564. I was the firstborn of 6 children. My family and I moved to Florence, Italy in 1574. My family was nobility, however, we did not have very much money. My dad, Vincenzo Galilei, was a musician, and my mother, Giulia degli Amanati, was a stay-at-home mom. My dad died in 1591, leaving me entrusted with the care of my younger brother, Michelangelo. I started my formal education at Camaldolese Monastery in Vallombrosa. You see, in my years as a pupil, I was one of the few to be employed as a manager of the library at the school I attended. I became fascinated with science when I attended the college at the University of Pisa. I went to study medicine but found my passion was in mathematics and physics. Due to my financial difficulties, I had to leave the university in 1585 before I earned my degree. I was able to get a job with the university with minor teaching positions, and I studied for 2 years that are in motion. 2 years, objects that are in motion. I studied objects that are in motion for 2 years. This caused commotion with the Catholic Church, so I was dismissed from teaching at the University of Pisa. I began looking for new employment and took a teaching job at the University of Padua, teaching mechanics, geometry, and astronomy. I am famous for constructing a telescope, and through this discovery found the 4 massive moons of Jupiter, now known as the Galilean moons. I supported the Copernican theory, which explains the sun is the center of the universe. I published my research dialogue concerning the 2 chief world systems in 1632. I discovered the laws of inertia, forces needed to change motion, and the law of falling bodies. Objects fall at the same acceleration independent of the mass. Their mass due to gravity, which is the constant force. Lastly, I designed the first pendulum clock. This affects the world today because we are able to do further research of our universe due to the invention of the telescope. We also know now that the sun is the center of the universe and not the earth, which was previously believed. Also, it was previously believed that larger objects fall faster than smaller objects. Galileo changed the way we understand motion of objects as well as the universe around us. I did not receive any awards during my lifetime, but I have an award named after me called the Galileo Award, which recognizes innovative and creative solutions to the United States' future intelligence challenges. Period.
From 1564 to 1642, my lifetime, the predominant religion in the world was Catholicism. The church was more than just a religion, it was a lifestyle. The church mandated how we thought and acted. Then a new religion arose out of the time period called Protestantism. This caused a war of religions called the 30 Years' War, all throughout Europe nations. Spain then began to conquer some of Europe. However, after 1588, England began to arise as the most powerful country of the world. As well, during my lifetime, there was colonization and exploration of foreign lands. As for the views of science for this time, the views were as the Catholic Church believed. The Catholic Church was believed that the earth was the center of the universe and was against free thinking otherwise. With further research, I proved that the sun was actually the center of the universe, which made the Catholic Church angry. They threw away some of my writings into the Index of Forbidden Books. The Catholic Church felt there would be a wedge between the belief in religion and science if they did not get involved. With my passion in science, I wanted to further research the Copernicus theory, which later I was able to prove. My whole life's work was not out of a world necessity, but rather happenstance. I was interested in motion of objects, and through this interest was able to invent the laws of motion that are published today. After my death, it was considered that I was a gifted genius. I was bold enough to speak my beliefs and was not scared of the backlash from the Catholic Church. Some could say of me that I was arrogant, stubborn, and vocal. This trait helped me become the physicist I was in this time. During my lifetime, I was the father to 3 children, Virginia, Olivia, and Vincenzo. I loved these children and was a doting father. I like to play with my telescope, study, and research, and be a father. My 3 main philosophies of science were of inertia, the solar system, meaning that the sun was the center of the universe, and the laws of motion, neglecting air resistance. Objects with relative densities will fall at a constant rate of 9.8 meters per second squared. I pioneered the scientific method and ushered in the modern practice of experimentation and calculated laws of nature. Most of my contemporary peers were in the village around me. However, strong Catholic acquaintances were not very fond of me. I was unusual in that when I was young, I attended a Jesuit monastery. I was also sentenced to life in prison due to my research, but later reduced to house arrest due to my age and illness. Proudly, Einstein was one of my biggest fans. Interestingly, my finger is on display at the Museum of History of Science in Florence, Italy, and it points towards Rome.